What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Man, a lot of people are fake, guys, and it's hard to make friends. I'm gonna just be real, okay? I need to be real. It's hard to make friends. It's hard to make associates because if somebody has a problem with you, they can never come out and say it, but you know, if it benefits them, they'll pretend to be your friend in front of your face, and then behind your back, they will do things or say things that they would never say to you. And Boyce Watkins is like that, all right? He's like that with Minister Louis Farrakhan talking behind his back. He's like that with Dr. Umar Johnson's talking behind his back. He's just a weirdo, all right? Now, I want you to hear the clip that Tyler Perry talked about. This is something that's different, but Tyler Perry had a controversial clip earlier this week about black women dating down.
And a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man, and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
So we've heard that, guys. That is Tyler Perry discussing the fact that, hey, if he's a good man, you should still deal with him. Okay, we'll deal with that whole concept later. But today, I'd like to do something else. What am I talking about, O'Shea? Or what are you talking about, O'Shea? I'd like to submit to you this. Boyce Watkins has met Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry reached out to him and treated him like a kind brother, despite the fact that, he may not like Tyler or whatever, but he accepted it, right? I want you to hear what Boyce had to say because he's going to criticize him later on this talking point. But listen to what Boyce has to say about Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry made a comment about dating. And it's interesting that Tyler Perry made this remark because I also think that it should not be lost upon us. No disrespect. I love Tyler Perry, by the way. I like him a lot. I think he's a smart man. I think he's a good, decent person. Tyler Perry is a person that I told you guys I met him one time. He called me. I don't call celebrities, but so every now and then they'll reach out to me. And Tyler was very nice. And I got a full tour of his studio. He arranged that for me, and I appreciated that very much. And I have so much admiration for him. And I want to start there. I want to start by talking about how much I appreciate who Tyler Perry is as a human being, because I told you, just like I believe Cornel West is a genuinely good person from the time I spent with him, I also feel that Tyler Perry is a genuinely good person. I don't think he means any harm to anybody. I think he's also B1 enough that he's one of us in that sense. He understands the power of ownership. He understands the power of wealth. He's really done an amazing job in Atlanta.
So he can admit Tyler Perry was indeed a nice person. Tyler Perry reached out to you, a billionaire, a real billionaire who doesn't sell courses at a black business school that don't work. Tyler Perry is a real billionaire, okay? But this is how Boyce Watkins pays him back. When we talk about his opinion, this is what Boyce Watkins does, a whole intellectual. Check it out.
Tyler Perry did this interview, and I put it on my Instagram page, Dr. Boyce Finance. Dr. Boyce Finance is my Instagram. And so you can watch it for yourself. And in the interview, he's talking about black women and their dating choices, which I think is already kind of a peculiar idea because let's just be clear. Let's keep it 100. Tyler Perry is a guy who thinks it's okay to wear a dress to make movies. I'm not saying that makes him a bad person. I'm just saying you'll never see Medea Boyce. I don't care how many trillions of dollars they offer me. You won't see me doing a Medea thing. Because I have a big issue. I feel very uncomfortable with the idea of being a black man being forced to put on a dress, because I think we live in a country that loves to see the black man in a dress. They love to see the black man as ignorant. They love to see the black man as a thug. They love to see the black man as a child. This is systematic. We discuss this regularly when we were reading in the Black Business School the book by Dr. Claude Anderson called Black Labor, White Wealth. He explains how systematically for hundreds of years, one way that they have controlled black men is by making sure that black men are as devoid of any form of significant masculinity as they can possibly be. That when you show up as a strong heterosexual male, you're going to be discriminated against. So ladies, men, if your son is a strong heterosexual male, you probably want to make sure 100% sure, 120% sure that he knows how to start his own business, that he's good at that, so that he can create economic opportunities for himself in a world that is not designed to give opportunities to strong heterosexual males. That is something I just believe. I'm sorry if it offends you, but it's 100% true based on my experience and what I've seen. My wife also agrees because she works at a university that does not have one single African-American male on the entire faculty. They had a black male and they fired him. They don't have black men in a lot of these organizations, particularly straight black men. That's just a reality. Okay. Give me a yes if you understand that. So I have an issue with the dress. I don't really watch Madea movies. I watched a couple. They're not terrible. It's just not my thing. Meet the Browns comes off, unfortunately, a stereotypical buffoonery. No disrespect, Tyler, but I'm sorry, man. I know. See, this little thing. This is why I don't have any friends, because I have to be honest. And then when I'm honest, it's like I can't be your friend and still tell you what you want to hear. Like, if you want to be honest, I can either be honest or I can tell you, or I can either be honest or I can tell you what you want to hear. You got to make a choice.
So, guys, I want you to understand that Boyce Watkins is a weak man. He was not strong enough to tell Tyler Perry any of these things. Nope, he didn't tell Tyler Perry, listen, you're a guy who wears a dress. I'm not really feeling your stuff. No, like a buster, he accepted the call. He went down there to a studio again, and the things that he's saying right now online, he didn't say that. But again, Tyler Perry's opinion and him putting on clothes in a female's clothes, what does that got to do with his opinion? Again, and you're an intellectual. I mean, like, look how dumb the guy is. Just think about this. Tyler Perry is giving an opinion, okay? Do you know what that means, Boyce? He's giving an opinion. You're an intellectual. And again, every time you talk, I'm thinking that you went to like Boo Boo State University. Why don't you just deal with what he's talking about? Because I know Tyler Perry puts on a dress as Madea. I know Tyler Perry has stereotypical tropes for black people in some of his movies, if not all. But what does that have to do with what he's talking about? It doesn't have anything to do with what he's talking about. Those are different situations. What we're dealing with, you're talking about something that's completely obtuse to what we're dealing with, or it's not even on the same tangent as to what we're dealing with. It's completely the opposite, okay? It's weird, okay? It's unintelligent, it's stupid. So you want to insult this man who showed you some love because you didn't tell him that. You didn't tell him when he reached out to you. You never said, listen, man, I don't like the fact that you're putting on wigs. I don't like the fact you're putting on dresses. You went and accepted that, but you call yourself a real man. You're a clown, okay? Tyler Perry, he's giving his opinion about black women dealing with black men that don't have a lot of money. That's his personal opinion. He's giving it because, he's not caught up in the scam like you. He could say, listen, Boyce Watkins, he made a opinion on the White House scam. But you know what? Let's just say, for example, that's a topic. But damn, Boyce Watkins is invested in a Tulsa real estate fund scam. Who is he to talk about dealing with a scam? But what would that have to do with what he's talking about? You being involved in the Tulsa real estate fund scam in this situation has nothing to do with your topic about the White House scam, if that's a topic. He should deal with what you're talking about. But we can't do that because we throw underhanded comments and shots at people who showed love to us. This is why you can't trust Boyce Watkins. This is why he's shady. This is why he'll throw anybody under the bus that's doing better than him. Why? He has beta male energy. You have never been as successful as him. And Tyler Perry was a guy who's homeless. And I believe one of the reasons why he's saying what he's saying, because he's been there. He's been a guy living in this car. He's been a guy that's homeless. And just because the guy may be doing bad right now, it doesn't mean he'll always be there. That could also be his worldview. But you see, a person like Boyce is so ungrateful. There are so many ungrateful people in the black world. You try to reach out to them. You try to help them. This is how they repay you. Somebody that reached out to you who was really on this level a nobody, trying to reach out to you. And this is what you do. This is how you basically treat the guy. It is completely sad. Don't make no sense. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with the other episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.